So in the decarboxylation reaction, another reaction is there, that is the loss of CO2 molecule, that is called as Cobb's electrolysis. In this Cobb's electrolysis, the sodium salts of carboxylic acid undergo decarboxylation on electrolysis of their aqueous solution to form hydrocarbons containing twice the number of carbon atoms that are present in the alkyl group of the acid here. Sodium salts of carboxylic acid, sodium salts of carboxylic acid undergo decarboxylation on electrolysis of their aqueous solution to form hydrocarbons containing twice the number of carbon atoms present in the alkyl group of acid. So here again the sodium salts of carboxylic acid, they will undergo decarboxylation on electrolysis of their aqueous solution to form the hydrocarbons. But here the thing is, they contain twice the number of carbon atoms present in the alkyl group of the acid here. Suppose alkyl group of the acid, it contains one carbon atom, then the alkane formed will be of two carbon atom here. So here we will take electrolysis of sodium salt of acetate CH3, C double bond O minus Na plus. Aqueous solution means water is also there here. So first you have to take 2 moles of acid salt here, carbon oxygen double bond, oxygen, negative charge Na plus, plus 2 moles of water molecule, this on electrolysis. What happens here? The trick to write the products is, just you have to break the carbon-carbon bond just before this carbonyl group here. So this bond you have to break here. Here also same thing. These two alkyl groups are connected, and here 2 moles of CO2, Na combined with OH minus. This is H plus, OH minus, H plus and OH minus here. So what you will get here? This is your ethane, CH3 and CH3 plus you will get 2 moles of CO2 plus you will get 2 moles of NaOH plus you will get H2 here. In this one, this alkane and CO2, these are obtained at the anode, and the base and H2 is obtained at the cathode here. Now see here, in this alkane 2 carbon atoms are there. Alkyl group of the acid contain only 1 carbon atom. So the alkane will be having what? Twice the number of carbon atoms that are present in the alkyl group of the acid here. So this is what Cobb's electrolysis we call it as. Next one. So the next type of the reaction is reaction due to alkyl group of acid. Reaction due to alkyl group of acid. So here one named reaction is there. That named reaction is called as Hell-Olhard Zelensky reaction. Hell-Ollard-Zelensky reaction. So in short, it is also known as HVZ reaction. In this case, carboxylic acids having at least one alpha hydrogen on treating with halogen in presence of red phosphorus gives alpha halo carboxylic acids. Alpha halo carboxylic acids. So here, whenever carboxylic acids are treated with halogen in presence of red phosphorus, alpha hydrogen will be replaced with one halogen atom. That's it. So in general, if I take a reaction RCH2 COOH, so the carbon which is connected to carboxylic group, this is your alpha carbon atom and this will be alpha hydrogen atom. So these acids on treating with halogen in presence of red phosphorus, this alpha hydrogen will be replaced by one halogen atom to give alpha halo carboxylic acid here. So what will be your product here? RCH. Here instead of hydrogen you will get a halogen. Next, rest everything is same, RCOOH plus you will get HX here. So this is your alpha halo carboxylic acid. Here X may be, one thing you keep in mind, here Ex will be is equal to chlorine or bromine. Only two are possible here, chlorine or bromine. For example, if I take CH3 CH2 COOH, this on treating with chlorine in presence of red phosphorus, what will be your product here? This alpha hydrogen will be replaced by one chlorine atom. So this is CH3 CH, here you will get one chlorine will be attached here, plus COOH it is, plus you will get HCl. So at the alpha position, one hydrogen atom will be replaced by what? Halogen atom, and that is possible only for chlorine and bromine. So these carboxylic acids on treating with chlorine or bromine in presence of red phosphorus, alpha hydrogen will be replaced by what? Chlorine or bromine to give alpha halo carboxylic acid, alpha chloro carboxylic acid or alpha bromo carboxylic acid, and this reaction is called as what? HVZ reaction, Hell-Ollard-Zelensky reaction it is. So next we will discuss electrophilic substitution reaction in the aromatic acids, ESR. This is electrophilic substitution reaction in the aromatic acids here. In case of aromatic acid, we know that this benzene ring, it is attached to what? One COOH group here. So this COOH group is here, this is what? Carbonyl group. This is attached to benzene ring and it acts as electron withdrawing group here. It acts as what? Electron withdrawing group. Since it is acting as electron withdrawing group, electron density in the benzene ring decreases, hence it deactivates this benzene ring towards the electrophilic substitution reaction. Therefore, in case of aromatic acids, this COOH group, it acts as deactivating and meta-directing for the incoming electrophile. That's why in case of ESR reactions of acid, only meta products will be obtained here. Aromatic acids undergo electrophilic substitution reaction in which COOH group acts as deactivating and meta-directing for incoming electrophile. So whenever ESR is done for aromatic acids, you will get the product only at the meta position. First one example I will write: nitration. In the nitration of benzoic acid, this is your COOH group. This on treating with nitrating mixture, that is concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4, one nitro group will be attached at the meta position. This is your COOH. You will get NO2 group at meta position because it is a meta directing group here. Next one you can write bromination. Here this benzoic acid on treating with bromine in presence of FeBr3, it is a Lewis acid which is having vacant orbital. Again bromine will be attached at the meta position here. Meta bromo benzoic acid you will get COOH, and here one bromine will be attached, plus you will get HBr. So this is what ESR reactions of the aromatic acids.